Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Daily Psalms for Hope. Today is Wednesday, and we continue today with Psalm 40. So get out your Bibles and let's look and see what that has to say. This is a long one, so we're going to be looking at just one verse, and that is verse 11. So this is a psalm that is written by David. Again, Psalm 40, verse 11. As for you, O Lord, you will not restrain your mercy from me. Your steadfast love and your faithfulness will ever preserve me. And I like that because it got me thinking, preserving is when you think of preserving vegetables, preserving, jam, whatever it is that you preserve, you are keeping it, you are preserving it when it's fresh, so that when you want to use it again later on, it is still a good product. It hasn't spoiled or it hasn't degraded in any way. And so the idea behind preserving is to keep something good for a long period of time. And when I read this, I thought of, it's really what God's grace is for us. He keeps us good for a long period of time. David even says, as for you, O Lord, you will not restrain your mercy from me. Your steadfast love and your faithfulness will ever preserve me. It will always be there to help me continue to be good. What I find interesting is that the next verse, verse 12, he says, for evils have encompassed me beyond number. My iniquities have overtaken me, and I cannot see. They are more than the hairs of my head. My heart fails me. So he just said right before that God's steadfast love and faithfulness will ever preserve me, will keep me good for a long period of time. But I still am caught in these iniquities, in my sinfulness. And they are more than the hairs of my head. This is the wonder of the gospel. This is the wonder of the cross, that no matter how bad we get, how sinful we are, God's steadfast love and faithfulness will always make us good. And it's really a good word to ponder on this midweek, this Wednesday, because our sinfulness, sometimes we think, well, that's impossible. God isn't going to continue to forgive and keep me good. But that's the promise. His steadfast love and his faithfulness will ever preserve me. Just like a canned fruit or a canned vegetable, that vegetable stays good for an indefinite period of time. And it will, when you open up the can, it will be just as fresh as when you put it in the can. And that's what makes this image so special to me, is that as many times as I have sinned, as many times as I have gone down the wrong path or chosen the wrong thing, his steadfast love and his faithfulness are there always to make me good again, to preserve the goodness that is in me because of what he has implanted as a result of my faith in what he did for me on the cross and what the empty tomb represents. And so, that's a good word for us today, because this God who loves us and cares for us so much, he preserves us. He keeps us good no matter what. And so, again, a good word for us to ponder today. because of all the things that we have in our hearts and in our minds. So may God's blessings be upon you this day, and as always, be a blessing whenever and wherever you can.